Miniwargaming's Beat Map Batrep!
Welcome back to Beat Map Batrep, Tomb Kings vs. Warriors of Chaos, Warhammer Fantasy Battle Report, Tomb Kings turn 4. So, of course, I countercharged with the chariots. I didn't even really have to roll, considering they're only 1 inch away. We'll do the impact hits in the close combat phase. Roll for magic, and I get a miscast by rolling 3 6s for channeling on that piece of terrain. So my Lich Priest explodes, or it doesn't actually kill himself, but everything within that small blast takes a strength 10 hit, kills 3 of his marauders, and then I cast the Magic Vortex, which passes over all the Marauder Horsemen as well as the Warhounds, and manages to kill 2 of the Warhounds as well as 1 of the Marauders. So go Lich Priest. Level 2 guy explodes and kills everybody around him. Then we get a miscast from the catapult, but fortunately all it does is just not able to shoot that turn. So then we get the challenge from the Lord. I send after the champion on Chariot because that's the cheapest one I can give him. And of course he manages to slaughter it without even really thinking about it. Then his Chaos Knight gets to attack the chariots. And he doesn't hit him at all because he needs 4s because their weapon skill 5 because of the Tomb Prince. Then the other knights, or the other knight attacks the rest of the warriors and manages to take a wound off of the king. And then we get a couple more attacks on the king. Only 1 of them managed to land a hit, though, and it does not manage to wound them. Then all the other Warriors of Chaos hit the Tomb Skeletons. Lots of hits. They only need 2+ to wound, and they do tons of wounds. I do get a 6+6+, but I failed a second 6+. So I lose 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys there, plus the 3 from the Chariot. I'm already 10 down. Let's see if I can do any damage back. Hitting the Chaos Knight managed 4 hits, and only 1 wound, which he saves. Then I hit the other Chaos Knight as much as I can and manage 5 hits and a few wounds, and he saves those as well. It's kind of hard to stop a 1+ save. And then the Tomb King gets his hits, but unfortunately only manages 2 wounds, and he actually even saves one of those just to kind of spit in my face there. Then the rest of the Tomb King Skeleton Warriors attack, lots of hits, and unfortunately really roll crappy for the wounds. And he does lose 2 of his guys, though, but still, that's hardly enough wounds. And so, overkill, he manages to kill lots of guys there. So, combat's still going. He then hits the Lich Priest. He says, hey, you just killed all my buddies, so I'm going to kill you, finish you off, and then it's Warriors of Chaos turn 4. So what the Lich Priest finally goes down after and causing lots of damage. The Trolls are not stupid this time. The Warhounds charge into the chariots. They're very brave, but they do get a flank hit, which is really going to make this combat difficult for the Tomb Kings, especially now that he's charging about 30 some odd Marauders into the combat as well. And so they all charge in and smash the chariots head on. So this is not looking very good for the Tomb Kings, but hey, fight's not over yet. And he charges into the catapult, and of course he makes it just fine and hits these 3 guys. He's still a little shell-shocked, though, because all of his other buddies just exploded from a priest and then got sucked into a vortex. So he might be a little scared. But he has Warriors of Chaos. They are immune to psychology, so that doesn't really happen to them. He rolls really crappy in his magic, and nothing really happens. Passes over a upgrade to his Lord of Chaos. I can't remember which one it is. Then he smacks my guys. Manages only 2 hits, and of those 2 hits, only 1 wound. And I don't have an armor save. No, I do have a 6+ armor save, but the 1 goes down. Then I hit him back. Actually managed 1 hit, and I wound him, and he failed to save. So the Marauder Horseman goes down to the crew of the Screaming Skull Catapult. I send my Tomb Herald. I have to send him my Battle Standard Bearer, either that or my Tomb King, which his weapon would be useless because the Lord has a rule that negates magical weapons, which is really stupid and broken and overpowered and dumb and retarded. But anyways, and then he goes and kills my Tomb Herald and does a bunch of damage to the chariots as well. The other Chaos Knight goes after the Tomb King, rolls horribly, and manages no hits. And then all of his Warriors of Chaos attack, lots of attacks, and a bunch of wounds. And I save 1 of them, and I save no more of them. So there's like another 9 guys that went down. I think he's inflicted 18 wounds so far. And then his Marauders get to go. They attack the Prince and manage 3 solid hits, but only 1 wound. And nothing happens there. The rest of them attack the Chariot, and they manage 4 hits, a couple wounds, and I fail both those saves, so another Chariot does go down. So that's like 20 wounds that he's inflicted so far. And the Warhounds even join in, but they fail to even hit. Never mind, do some damage. Then I get to hit back. Only 3 hits from the Tomb King, but he does manage to save 1 of them out of the 3 wounds that I do. And then the Tomb Prince attacks, and he manages 3 hits, but only 1 wound, killing a Marauder there. Then I get to attack his beefy Chaos Knights. I do manage a good 4 hits and good 2 wounds, and he does even manage to fail one of those. So it's only 1 wound, but it's a very expensive model that does go down. And then the rest of the Tomb Skeleton Warriors attack the Warriors of Chaos, and they manage a good hit, but whiff horribly on their wounding, and he even manages to save a couple of those. And so then my chariots get to go, and they do manage to kill one more guy. But major combat resolution here, I lose my Tomb Prince, which means the curse is going to happen to everybody in that combat. The Warriors of Chaos, the Chaos Knights, the little doggies, and the Marauders. And so these guys get hit by 5 strength 4 hits, and manages to kill 4 of them, 2 of them, I don't know, a couple of them. 1 hit on the Chaos Knights does not manage to wound them. And then we get 4 hits on the Warriors of Chaos and manages to do lots of damage. And he fails to save 3 of those. So 3 of those guys go down. This Tomb Prince has done more damage in death than he did in life. And then the Warhounds also take D6 strength 4 hits, 6 strength 4 hits to be exact, and that kills the 3 Warhounds. So he actually did a ton of damage, but it's not enough, and I concede Warriors of Chaos victory.
Well, I hope that you enjoyed this battle report. Unfortunately, the Tomb Kings really didn't stand up against the Warriors of Chaos. And so Chris will go home with the prizes as usual, which is about $50 of prizes, including points from the store and some physical prizes as well. Cool. So thank you very much for coming and playing.
Thank you very much.
I hope that you enjoyed this Warhammer Fantasy Battle Report. For all you Vault members, stay tuned for the post-game show, which we'll have right after this video. Everybody else, stay tuned for more battle reports. This is Matthew from Miniwargaming. Happy Wargaming.